Hi, you guys. Today is a Monday, which is the 29th. I don't know why I want to say it's the 30th. Today is the 29th. Um, and yeah, the 29th of March. And I really don't have too much to really say about that. It's just March 29th. Um, they're supposed to have a meeting for my mother on the 30th, which is tomorrow. But I've yet to hear from them or to hear back from them at all. In the meantime, I'm not going to stress over it. I'm just going to keep trying to do my part. And to make sure that they don't do anything slickingly or sly on their end, because it's not adding up. Just things are not adding up with that. But yeah, I'm gonna talk to my mom as usual towards the end. But I wanted to talk about something that I saw on the tube. And I try to stay out of stuff like that, but this one really just got to me. You never know what someone is going through. And it was this one lady, and she was bashing this other lady, for having a sew-in her head for a long time. Now, most of us know that it is not healthy to have a sew-in probably a year. Well, there are some people who can keep in a sew-in actually for a year and keep it in their head with proper maintenance and have it for a whole year. But most of us do know that your hair needs to breathe. And if you don't properly maintain it, keeping it in a year is unlikely. So I'm going to say that, because there are some people who I've seen and I've known, and I've had that happen with myself, to have it and just go get it maintained, get the strings tightened and have everything washed at the same time. I've had that happen. If you want to keep your hair away from other pollutants, it takes a little more work, and it costs a little bit more, but I think it's worth it. But for this case, this woman did not have that. I don't know whether she did not have it at hand or she refused it. The thing is that she didn't take care of it at the end. So her hair was matted off, and to the point that the beautician, had to shave it. And she was saying that this was a crying shame and all this other stuff. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, obviously, first of all, most people who get sew-ins, 99.9% of them know that they have to be maintained, and they know it takes work. So either they're going to do it or someone else is going to do it to maintain it. So when that does happen, you can just about rest assured is that they either went on hard times where they couldn't maintain it and they didn't have time. And when that happens, is usually some kind of stress or some kind of disorder that just taking place in their life that they didn't even, that's the least on their mind. Like, people really, like, do you really want to sit there and judge? And I didn't want to jump on that conclusion, but if that lady, and you could tell she was still weak and just tired. She was just happy to get her hair, get in a salon and be okay. But this lady was just badgering her. And I'm sitting here like, well, she should have, if that was the case, you would have felt really bad if she would have badgered you about your weight or how you never know. And I'm not saying that that's right either, because it's not. But you never know what someone is going through. You never know. And that's why I say, like, it's not necessary to judge on certain things like that. Now, I'm not saying don't judge, but it's not necessary. Is that going to bring her happiness? Is that going to help her to maintain her hair more? No, it's not. It's not. You bashing her and saying, oh, you should have did better. Maybe that wasn't her better. Maybe the only better that she could do was just keep herself together. You never know what's going on with someone. They might have been having or maybe she didn't have some kind of circumstance that just left her destitute. It might have been just a mental condition that left her destitute, emotional infliction. That's the worst thing, because most people don't see that and they assume that everything is okay. So, yeah. People, we just need to get better. We need to get better. We've been in this whole mindset as to when things don't go right, we need to go and just attack. Sometimes you need to just be understanding and hear a person's perspective and to understand, even if you don't hear the perspective, because sometimes we never hear the story. Like, we never heard the story of the woman who had that matted hair. We never heard her story, So before you get out there and judge, I want you to think, because you never know what might happen to you in your life. And I used to be so quick for myself to judge until I started having hardships myself and seeing how not only with the hardships that you going and you making and you surviving it and you're thriving it through it, that how people will sit there and try to place shame and guilt on you for a hardship. That I'm sure she didn't have the means. I'm quite certain, just quite certain. And if she didn't, it was something going on. Like, and even so, even if that wasn't the case, why are you sitting there to judge? Your job is actually to make her feel better about herself by doing her hair and making sure that she looks all together. Not to go and get on the tube or get on the book and get on the gram or get on Twit. Like, no. And to say, oh, this and this and this and no. Because I'm sure when she left out of your chair, even if she did look beautiful, she didn't want to go back. So yeah, but we have to think about that, so yeah. Also, have you guys ever wanted someone in your life so bad, and they just like reject you, or God just did not let it happen, and then you see later on in life how they are and what is going on, you like, oh my God, I thank you, Lord. And you thank God that you dodged a bullet. Like, I thank God I dodged a bullet, yeah, that's what transpired. I thank God. I thank the Lord that I dodged a bullet. Some of these people that you think are mentors are just, they don't even have what it takes. Not to say they're a horrible person or anything like that, because you wouldn't try to run behind someone you thought was horrible. Or they might not be the best person. They might got some skeletons in their closet that might scare you. But long story short, they're just not for you. And you're like, not only were they not for you, had you been around them, they would have took you into a whole nother direction. And you have to just be like, God, I just thank you so much. I thank you for being a protector, because that could be me right there in that scenario with them. I'm going to go ahead and call my mother, and hopefully they'll let me talk to her. If not, that's okay too. Let's see. But at least I'll have it documented. La 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 la. Okay, I know. Nine six. Yeah.
Thank you for calling Richmond State Hospital. Wait while I transfer your call. Richmond State Hospital, may I help you?
Hi, I'm calling for 420 Unit A.
One moment.
Thank you.
Andrea.
Hi, Andrea. The unit code is 420 Unit A, and I'm calling for Patricia Dean. This is Beldine.
Hold on one moment, please.
Okay, thank you.
My daughter. How you doing?
Hey, what you doing?
Watching TV.
Oh, you sound good, like you feeling good.
Well, they sleeping like I try to sleep.
Oh, your roommate sleeping?
You got to get the color straight.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm going to say to put the money in VMO.
VMO? What's VMO?
It's a bank.
Well, I can't change from one bank to the next bank without your stuff, your signature. I have to wait until if I get guardianship, I can do it, but I have to wait till the courts finish that. That's why we got to go to court. But otherwise, it still has to chase.
Well, then you didn't take it out. You just counted it. Huh?
Right. I didn't take nothing. No, I didn't take nothing. I told you I wasn't. I didn't touch nothing. No. I'm not. That ain't mine. That's yours.
Since I gave you the numbers and everything, I say she got.
No.
What you mean?
No. That's yours.
What you mean?
None of your stuff. I told you I wasn't. I'm not.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to put it in another, like another account. But if it's like Vimo or something like that, I wouldn't be able to do that, I don't think. Because I don't have the letter yet.
Well, don't, because they take your money. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So what else?
I ain't got no money beginning to them.
Right. Who's that talking? They screaming?
It's a movie.
Oh.
What's
Okay.
that man name? The black short man. Kevin Hart.
Oh, Kevin Hart. Kevin's funny.
He ain't funny to me.
Some people say that too.
He distracts me a little.
He distract you.
Yeah, as a little man.
You gonna call him a little man? Yeah, he be cracking on himself too hard sometimes. That gets annoying.
I think the reason he's promoted so much because he's dark and little.
He dark and little.
See, because when they do the international movies, they'll see, the people will say he's dark and he's little.
What about Cat Williams? Cat Williams little. He just light skinned.
Yeah. Well, he makes his own movies.
Cat Williams on movies too. They the same. Yeah. They the same size. They was ready to fight too.
Well, I think them two just bonded together.
They just bonded together because they short.
Yeah.
Oh, you crazy. Boobisham said hi. I forgot to tell you.
Tell her hello when you see. Well, she called you.
I was telling her what I wanted for my birthday. I told her I wanted this candle, but it was $25. She's still gonna buy it.
Better make sure it don't catch a fire.
Mom, no, they gonna catch no fire.
Okay, just for sure.
Ain't nobody gonna knock it over. And ain't no sheets in my house where it's gonna be where like that. My ceilings are too big, too high. So, and it's not about windows or nothing. So it'll be all right. Yep.
Where did you hide it at? Just tell me.
Hide what?
The check.
What check?
Don't you have to get a check from West Virginia?
From West Virginia?
Yeah, the bank.
What?
Don't you have to get a check from the bank?
No, Ma. Your thing is in your account.
Oh, you just wrote it down or something.
That's it. I told you I didn't take nothing out your account. There's nothing out of your account.
Okay.
I didn't take none of your steps. I took nothing.
That means it's still growing.
It's still your right. If they don't stop it, well, we'll see. We'll see. Don't even worry about it. We'll see. If it stop this month, I don't know, but they haven't had no meeting or nothing, so we'll see. We'll just see. So.
Did you know that they added stimulus on it while you said?
But you gotta put your taxes. You ain't do your tax.
Yeah, but they'll add it automatically. That's how I got the other one. They automatically, it's a U.S. treasure.
Oh, you was on it, huh?
Yeah.
Ma, I just don't understand how you can remember nothing else but your money.
The best thing I know.
I'm done.
Beside God is a little Jesus. Yeah.
God and a little Jesus in your money, huh?
Yeah. I'm so ready to get out of here.
Well, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a good job. You'll be out of there in no time.
I'll be ready to get out.
Yeah, you'll be out of there in no time. Yep. So. Well, we got 2 minutes, Mom.
Count 1, 2.
Oh my goodness. You ain't called. Who did you call Auntie Rosie Saturday? Or you just didn't call? You just took a rest?
Sometimes Rosie is too hard to get.
Oh. I said that's true.
Yeah.
That is true. So you just rest on Saturday?
Well, I ain't called her yet. You know, these people, they call the number you want. And if it don't go, you just short.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, that's understandable. That's understandable. Okay, Mom. Well, I sent those dollars in the mail like you told me to too.
That what?
The dollars, the singles.
The dog.
Dollars.
Oh. Shall you please?
I sent it already. I sent it today.
Just a plain dollar.
It's a couple of them. That's a couple of them. So you should be okay once you get it, but you should get it by the end of. You should get it by the end of this week, but it might be later because of how everything's been delayed with the mail.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm gonna let you go. If you want to call back, just call.
Well, I'm gonna have to go to work. It's already 10 minutes, so I'll talk to you. Well, tomorrow's your day, so call me tomorrow around 6.
Bam.
Huh? Hello?
Bam.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Hello? 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 I don't even know what she's doing. Hello? Hello? I don't know if she's walking. Sound like she walking. Yeah, I guess she walked it up there. She couldn't hear. Which is all good. Once again, you guys, like I told you, my mom really thinks, I don't know what she thinks, but I think she doesn't. Sometimes she knows that I do okay for myself, but other times she kind of forgets that that I'm doing okay for myself. And I don't know. Sometimes that's with most mothers and most parents. They want to go and give them their kids things and stuff like that, or do stuff for them. And yeah, so yeah. But I did tell her I don't touch her things, like as far as her items and things like that. I kind of treat it almost like a client, really, when I deal in that aspect. You know, my mother would never be a client of mine, but I always treat, like things with finances and things like that as a different mode. They're not yours. You don't want to mix it in with yours, even if it's dealing with a gift or anything like that. You don't want to get in between the lines of that. And I know some people are like, oh, well, that's your mother. But to the courts, that can sometimes look like, and it's a thin line between, motherly love or daughter love and elder abuse. So you just don't want to twinkle that line. You just don't. Okay, you don't. And that's the same thing with clients. You just don't take gifts. I don't give a care what it is, how long you had that client. You do not. When I say you do not, you do not. Okay? It might sound harsh. It might sound cruel, but don't you do it. And that, because it can never fall back on you saying that, oh, well, you did this or you did that. Nope. No. No. So, yeah. I'm going to get off of here because I definitely need to get myself set up for work. So, yeah, hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem, and thank you so very, very much. Bye. Bye.